Oh, hello, my friends. I know I'm like a minute and a half early. Welcome to the stream today. I'm a minute and a half early because I'm so lucky to have a special guest on stream today, and she is short on time. So I want to make sure that we get every moment with her that we can get. Folks, I have the one and only Andrea Rene on the stream today. Woo, 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 woo.
What's good, Trisha? So awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yay! I am so happy that you could be here today. Andrea and I were chatting at Summer Game Fest Play Days this last weekend, and we were like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if you could like come on and share your experiences with the stream? So I just told Discord that we were live. I got sick of waiting for Dinobot to do it, so sorry to everybody that gets a double notification. Sometimes Dinobot doesn't do the thing. But Andrea, how you been?
I've been good. I've been sort of living under a rock intentionally, taking an extended burnout break. And I did a couple cool panels in the month of May, some more business focused hosting. And then Summer Game Fest was coming up, and I was like, well, it's time to shake the cobwebs loose and get back on the horse.
Do it. And you got a chance to play a lot of games, so we're going to talk about some of those today before you have to jet out. But it's always so nice seeing you at events and chatting with you about what's going on in your world and the creator scene at large and the games industry at large. And for those of you in chat who don't already know, the wonderfully talented and hardworking Andrea Rene, she's been a dear friend of mine for years. We go way, way, way back. And so I always feel like picking your brain is the absolute best. So again, thank you for being here today. So folks, Andrea and I both got a chance to check out tons of games at Summer Game Fest Play Days. I went wild. I think the first day alone, I checked out 9 different games. So I have a ton to go through today. Oh my goodness.
Hit a lot more games than I did. It always is difficult at Summer Game Fest Play Days to get to see everything because the fantastic team at I Am 8-Bit puts on such an incredible show, obviously in partnership with Jeff Keighley and his production team that do the live showcase, which happened on Friday. But so many wonderful things to see and just such a great vibe this year.
Yeah, really fun. Every year I feel like they outdo themselves, and this year there were a couple improvements that were just chef's kiss. And actually, I didn't film like a vlog for YouTube or anything this year, but they made so many improvements to like 4 video creators that I was kicking myself. I was like, man, I should have brought all my stuff because it would have worked this year. Anyway, now I know for next year. But one of the games that was announced this weekend that you and I both got a chance to see is a really fun one called Lego Party. I don't know if anyone in chat remembers Lego Party from the announcements, but it's a party game a la Pummel Party, Mario Party, etc., but with your favorite Lego minifigs. And so I have a little bit of that here to take a look at in case anyone missed that announcement. But Andrea, you played through a full round. What did you think?
Yes, we actually played through 6 rounds, like a whole full party experience. So I got to play with my dear friend, Rihanna Manuel Pena, the Rihanna MP, and 2 other journalists that were in our demo session. And it was a true couch co-op experience, 4 people playing, and we just had a blast. It was the charm that you know from the Lego universe, a lot of the cute humor, the whimsical art style, and then just really fun, well-designed party games. And a huge variety of games, too. I think there's over 40 different kinds of mini games. You're going to be able to choose from over 300 minifigures in the game. They're going to have a whole collectible and create a minifig system built in. There's all kinds of fun secrets and things to find. Just a really smart, really fun addition to the party genre.
Yeah, I loved too that they had said that all the levels that you can play in Lego Party are actually designed out of digital Legos. So like if you wanted to recreate these levels at home with physical Legos, you could do that because that's how they're designed. I was like, oh, that's a nice little touch that I didn't feel like they had to do. but they definitely did. But yeah, and the mini games to me were very varied. The other thing I appreciated as someone that plays a ton of Mario Party is that they have more power-ups and they do different things. So I was like, oh, this is like a slightly more complex take even on the traditional game. So I enjoyed my time there. This is coming in 2025. I don't know if they released price point, but I thought it was a good time. If you like party games, you'll want to add this to your list.
Yes, and it's going to be cross-play, which is awesome because you want to be able to play with people on other platforms. And I appreciate that you brought up the power-ups because I told the developer who was working on the demo with us that I am a very sore loser. Anybody that has ever played games with me knows that I am a sore loser. And I said, one of the things I get so frustrated with in Mario Party is that I can feel like I'm ahead and I have a lot of stars, and then something random will just take them away and it will like knock me down in the rankings, and I get so angry about it.
There was a lot of that in my game. We had like the people that were on top at the very last second, like it swapped again. But what I will say is it wasn't like you're on top the whole time and then it swapped. It was constantly swapping. So it just felt like this chaos hot seat where everything was in flux. And I actually prefer that a little bit to like being the king the whole time and then having the rug pulled out from under you. Like, you don't even have time to get comfortable at the top. It's just always going. But yeah, I thought it was a great time.
Mine was different. I was at the top the whole time, and the rug got pulled under me the last minute. But because I made some strategic moves, which plays into a deeper gameplay strategy in Lego Party, I was able to win back the bricks, the gold bricks that I had stolen from me, and came out victorious in the end.
Yes, you did. Was very fun. Yes, you did. I wish I had been there to see it. I'm sure you had a lovely time, you and Rihanna. That sounds awesome. We both also got to see FBC Firebreak, which FBC Firebreak is coming out right around the corner. For those of you who are big Remedy Games and Remedy Universe fans, FBC is Federal Bureau of Control. So this is their shooter that they've been advertising. And I was pleasantly surprised to see, and maybe I just missed this somewhere. I think maybe I saw shooter and was like, no, don't. And assumed like online multiplayer live service. Bleh. But it's not that at all. It's 3-player co-op set in the world of Control. And to me, the gameplay felt very like Control coded and very fun, and I'm sad that this B-roll right now is not letting me full screen it, but I'm going to try to full screen it for everybody if I can. One moment, please.
I really struggled to even understand what this game was at first because it's such a unique take on a session-based co-op shooter. The thing that I think a lot of people were making immediate comparisons to GTFO, and that game is clearly different stylistically in a lot of ways, but I think they share some of the common gameplay elements and mechanics, but clearly like very different narratives as well. But I really loved how all of the guns felt, the teamwork element. So the way that the game works is, as Trisha mentioned, it's 3-player co-op, and you have the option to choose from these different kits that you bring into each session. And the kit that I used was called the jump kit.
Oh, you did the jump kit, because I did the splash kit, so I'm interested to hear how the jump kit went.
Yes. Now, you may think jump kit as in like physically jumping off the ground, you jump high. No. Think jump as in like I have like electricity that I shoot and I like shock something back into working. Like you're jumping your car.
Right.
And it was a really challenging thing to kind of get a grasp on, but by the end of the session, I got the hang of it, and I can only imagine with more and more practice, I would get more comfortable with all of the layers of mechanics that are happening in this game. But I'm telling you, I would never have guessed that you would literally be attacking Post-it notes.
Yes, we were playing the paper chase level, and that's what you're doing. You're getting rid of the Post-it notes before they can come a life form and come get you, right? So, yes, Mixed Defecto, it's What's good, Andrea in the house? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But I got to play the splash kit, which we're actually taking a look at in the B-roll right now. It's basically a water gun that you're splashing these people with. And the splash kit and the jump kit actually pair really well together because once I get everything all splashed, you can come in with the electric and then it zaps them all. So I was getting some really good combos with my squad mate that was using the jump kit as well. And just having a great time. Like going through and splashing water all over Post-it notes whilst also taking down hiss, like you see here, was great. So these kits that Andrea and I are talking about, the splash kit, the jump kit, and the other one is like a repair kit, I think it might be called. There's 3 of them. They are kind of like your secondary weapon, right? So, of course, you'll load out with whatever type of firearm you want to have. You've got some grenades as well. And then you get to choose your kit. And if you squad up with your team of 3, with each person having one of the kits, I was told that is the best way to do it, to make sure that you have all that.
Just like with any squad-based shooter, squad-based gameplay element, you want to talk to your teammates about what your strategy is. Like, you would never go in with 3 supports and expect to be able to have adequate firepower. Right now, if you're playing at like expert level, or if you're going on additional runs and you've been playing the game for copious amounts of hours or whatever, I mean, you want to challenge yourself, sure, but clearly, like, you want to balance your team mechanics to be the most effective, especially since there's all of these other gameplay elements. Like, for example, there's showers that you have to activate within the game.
Yep.
Because in order to reboost your health, you have to clear the Post-it notes off of you. And as you play, the more you get attacked by enemies, you slowly get your field of view covered by little yellow Post-it notes to the point where you can't see past the Post-it notes. And that means, like, you're going to be downed or death is imminent, and you have to get water either from somebody with the splash kit or one of these showers or sink locations scattered throughout the level to clean them off. But there's an additional mechanic that the person with the jump kit can turn the generator next to the shower on to make it warm water versus cold water, and then it'll heal you much faster.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of mechanics happening in this level design that I think is really smart, and Remedy is really doing something very cool here.
They are, and like I said, I was really pleasantly surprised to see that it felt more like playing Control than like some other thing with, like, I don't know, a Remedy skin on it. Not that I think that Remedy would do that, but it was just, that was my fear. So going in and having my fears alleviated was really nice, because I will play anything Remedy. I want to know. I did ask them if Ahti would make an appearance in this game. And I was told they cannot say yes or no. Which means I think he's probably going to be there. He's probably going to be there. They could not tell me either way. So I'm assuming.
But I just want to add one tidbit, since you played as the splash kit. When I was talking about, mechanics and level design and things with the team, they mentioned that a big inspiration for part of the combat design was Power Wash Simulator.
That's hilarious. I mean, Power Wash Simulator's a good game. I don't stream it, but I have many friends that do. And it's a good time. It's a good time.
Yes.
Okay. Other games that you got to see. Well, I know you got to see the Xbox showcase. I thought the showcase was amazing. What was your takeaway?
I really liked it. I thought the pacing was good. I know that there's some people, I mean, listen, these showcases are always polarizing. And I think there's always that one section of the gaming audience that just has wildly mismanaged expectations and also is impossible to please. But I looked at this and said, hey, not every year is going to have like these big giant pillars of the portfolio and giant AAAs. Like, we also don't want to see that stuff every single year. I liked the pacing. I thought it was awesome. I think that it really showed a diverse cross-section of the studios that they have underneath their gigantic umbrella, right?
Yes. I mean, for me, I felt like a lot of what we saw at the Summer Game Fest showcase was similar genres over and over and over again. And they're not particularly games I love to play. I can't really hang in a Souls-like very long. So while I love the dark fantasy art style, like if I can't play the game for more than 2 hours, that is what it is. And I felt like we got a lot of that. I felt like we got a lot of some variation of Marines in space doing their thing, which also isn't particularly what I love. So when the Xbox Showcase dropped and there was like Clockwork Revolution, which looked awesome, a new Super Meat Boy, a new game in the Plague Tale universe, what? Like my mind like exploded. I really like the Xbox Showcase. I thought there was a lot of genre diversity in there. And as a hardware geek, I was very excited about the handheld. Andrea and I were talking about it ahead of time, and I was like, I hope there's a handheld. I hope.
Well, here's what's interesting about that. Like, we talked about this, that I still like maintain that I never thought and still don't think it's a priority for Microsoft Gaming to do a proprietary handheld, which is why when that section of the show started coming up and they started doing like the outline with what clearly looked like a handheld device, I was like, wait a minute, are they just like reversing course on everything they've been talking about for the last decade? But then I saw ROG and I was like, oh dang, okay, what a smart move to partner with Republic of Gamers to do like something that's air quotes proprietary, but obviously not proprietary because they didn't make the hardware.
Yeah, I mean, I love my ROG Ally. It's my favorite gaming handheld I have. Like everywhere I travel with a Switch and my ROG Ally. And some of the updates that they're making to the ROG Ally in order to turn it into the ROG Xbox Ally, between the more friendly and less power-hungry user interface, which, by the way, I'll have an Instagram video on soon for anyone that's like, wait, excuse me, Trisha? Instagram video coming soon. Between that less power-hungry and easier to understand UI and the different shape to the handheld, so it's a little more ergonomic, I'm thrilled. My ROG Ally needs an upgrade. It's been a few years. I'm just like, I know we haven't announced price, but take my money. I'm all in on that from what I've seen so far, which granted wasn't that much. We got to play games for about 7 or 8 minutes on them. So in terms of like battery life and heat and all that kind of stuff, we don't really know. But what I got to see so far has me very excited. There was also a new Spiritfarer game that came out of there. High on Life 2 looked really good. And then everyone in chat is laughing right now. Frequency Punch says the game with the Minotaur set in the Plague Tale universe looks awesome. I agree. But everyone was laughing in chat about, I don't know if you felt like this. We were calling it, because we co-streamed it, we were calling it the Call of Duty rug pull. Because it looked so cool. And then they were like, it's Call of Duty. And we were like, what? How dare?
But wait a minute. This is not just Call of Duty. It's Black Ops 7 and Treyarch and the Black Ops franchise, I think, is doing a lot of heavy lifting to keep the fandom of Call of Duty as strong as it is.
Okay.
Because they don't miss. And I was having this conversation. I think I was having this conversation with Phil Spencer, of all people. Later that night after the showcase, and I have always been a fan of the incredible amount of innovative development and technology that the teams that work on Call of Duty, including, Raven is Treyarch's partner in Black Ops 7, but there's a whole suite of studios, right, that work on the Call of Duty franchise. And everyone loves to hate on Call of Duty, and you get to have your opinions and your feelings. But I think where I always try to remind people is there's so many developers doing really cool technology and really cool, like, innovative stuff that's built into the game that never gets the recognition I think it deserves. And the way that they do multiplayer components from servers and drop in, drop out, and the way that cross-play and cross-progression works, and all of the cool, like, technology with the shooting mechanics and the sound design and all that stuff I get kind of nerdy about. And I always love seeing what they're working on. But yeah, I also hear people say, oh, I had to watch Call of Duty again. And I'm like, yeah, man, Microsoft paid a lot of money for that. You're always going to see Call of Duty. So I guess just get used to it.
I think it wasn't so much Call of Duty hate on our end, like from this community. It was just unsurprising. Like Dante in chat says, as a Call of Duty fan, that reveal was disappointing. I thought it was going to be some other cool game. Like, it just didn't look, like, it looked like we were getting some new IP. And then when they said it was Call of Duty, I think that's where everyone was like, what? I have questions. Because Call of Duty is obviously a behemoth Like, they do a great job in all those different ways that you mentioned, right? They do what they do so well. They are a staple in the industry for a reason. Whether you play those games or not, you have to acknowledge that, right? But yeah. It looked like it was going to be some like wild new out there IP, and I think that's why everybody was like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Well, and I think that's why I'm so confused, is that if everyone thought it looked really cool and just the Call of Duty logo like was a letdown, I go, I don't understand. So you think it looks cool, but because it's in the Call of Duty universe, you're mad?
Yeah, do I have to play it with other people that are gonna jump in to pwn some noobs and I'll get like 2 seconds of playtime? That's why I'm mad. I really would like a single player narrative experience, thank you, set in that cool looking universe.
Oh, you'll get one.
Okay. And they do that too. Like, but that's the thing that I think everyone's like, that it's the community around it.
Yeah.
That sometimes does that. Anyway, I know you have to go soon. So out of the rest of the games you saw, Luminous Arise, Escape Academy 2, or Grave Seasons, what would you love to chat about?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I have a few minutes to talk about a couple of them. I have to talk about Luminous Arise.
Let's talk about Luminous Arise.
I was so excited when this was revealed, and I hope that people watching have played, first the first Luminous, but also Tetris Effect Connected, which is the same team that is making this game. And it's just, I love puzzle games, and I love rhythm and music games. And I love cool visual effects and sound, and it's all of this coming together in Luminous Arise, and it was so fun to be able to actually get to play it. Though the pressure of having one of the developers like sit right next to you as we're playing, and I was like, oh my gosh, please don't judge me, I'm like sweating, this is like so difficult, can I make it really slow? And in this particular build that they were showing us, they didn't have all of the accessibility options turned on. Because they're obviously still developing the game. They have, I don't know how many months. They didn't give us a release date. They just gave us a window. Mm-hmm. But the music was fantastic. I asked about the composition this time around, and they said it's all original composition from the same composer that they worked with in Tetris Effect Connected, and I thought that was super cool. And I just can't wait to see more. And they also told me that there's going to be a narrative arc that ties all of the levels together, which I also think is very cool.
Ooh, you got a juicy tidbit that I did not. I didn't know that. That's going to be very cool. I'm excited to see whatever narrative they can cook up. I agree with you that it was super high stress having the dev sit right next to you as you're playing this for the first time, because like clearly they've played it so much that, you know, when you played it like a butt ton of Tetris, you kind of get Tetris brain. You get in the zone. It becomes second nature. And you know the dev is like this with this game. And you're still like, wait, what am I even looking at? What am I matching again? Oh, goodness, it's going so fast. Which I'm sure, like, even honestly, by the end of my demo, I was, like, starting to get in the flow. So I'm sure once you get used to it. But basically, are we getting a raid? We're getting a raid from Daily Tech News Show. Thank you so much, Daily Tech News Show, for the raid. Folks, if you don't already follow Daily Tech News Show, but you like getting all your tech news in a nice, short daily podcast, please go ahead and give them a follow. They're homes to lots of wonderful tech internet personalities that I adore. Please, please, please give them a follow. Welcome, folks. If you're just joining us, hi. I'm Trisha Hershberger. I'm joined today by Andrea Rene. We're talking about all the games that we got to play at Summer Game Fest Play Days this past weekend. So if you're looking for the scoop on all the games, you have come to the right place. Right now we're talking about Luminous Arise from Enhance. And it was awesome. I was trying to get in the zone. And for those who, when you're watching the trailer, if it's a little confusing, unlike Tetris, where you're trying to make lines, in Luminous Arise, you're trying to make cubes. And you're trying to make cubes of the same, what do we want to call it? Shape, design, thingy. You're trying to make cubes of the same thingy. It's kind of different depending which level you're on and what the art and background and everything of that is. I am glad that they're going to have accessibility settings because some of the levels were a little hard to see, I felt.
Yeah, they were. I mean, and you can see where they're going with the art, especially since they're designing this game both for traditional 2D playing, but also VR as well. And you can play this in PSVR too. And like I mentioned, we don't know fully what those settings are going to look like since they didn't have them available in this build, since it's still too early for them to be showing them to press. But I really like how it kind of challenged me to think outside the box in ways, pun intended, to think outside the box in ways that I hadn't in a while. Because like you mentioned, like with Tetris, it's just such a different style of puzzle making, and they have the kind of burst special ability that you saw in Tetris Effect,
Yes.
where you can kind of like slow down and pause and then create like chain effects and things like that. And it was just a joy to play, and I can't wait to play more.
I can't wait to get hands on it. Beertastic Yogi suggests maybe we call them glyphs. In some levels, they kind of look like glyphs. I would go with that. And then Mr. Yasman, I don't know if you can see chat, Andrea. Mr. Yasman put lots of booty emotes in honor of you being here today.
Yes, the booty emotes. I've missed them, Yasman. Nice to see you. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi.
Yeah. Okay, so if you have time for one more, would you like to talk about Grave Seasons or Escape Academy 2?
Oh man, I don't know if I want to pick just one. Well, I didn't play Grave Seasons. I just watched Rihanna play, so I can talk more in depth about Escape Academy 2, which is Coin Crew Games' upcoming sequel to Escape Academy from the publishers at I Am 8-Bit. And if you guys didn't get a chance to play the first game from Coin Crew, it was so much fun. Rihanna and I played this game together, and it really scratches that, like, I'm going to write all of the clues down on a physical piece of paper, old school itch that we don't get a lot of anymore in games. There's a couple standouts that we've had over the last couple of years, but I really love the way that they've designed this all around school and students and, you know, kind of secrets that are embedded in the levels. And it was super fun. Another couch co-op game that we played together and had a blast.
Yeah, I think we played the first Escape Academy on the Gong show, so we checked it out at some point here in this community. But if you like escape rooms,
my Discord froze again.
Oh no! Can you hear me? Let's see if she can hear me or not.
So I'm just going to pause for a second.
Hold on. We're using Discord to get Andrea in here today, so let me go ahead and see if I can get her back. Let's see if I can get her back. Oh, now it's all messed up. But hold up. There we go. Now we got her. Let's see if she can hear us. Last time, I think it just took a little bit. Tech gremlins. The tech gremlins are here. Can you hear me? No, she's typing. Okay. I'm going to go to my screen just for a second until we get Andrea back.
Okay, hello, I can hear you again.
Oh, you can hear me again. Okay, great. Let's get Andrea back in here. Yeah, I don't know what Discord is doing today. Tech gremlins are running rampant today, but we now have Andrea back. Andrea, so Rihanna was your escape room buddy through the first one?
Yes, we played the first one together and definitely have plans to play the second one together too. The thing that I noticed right away that made this a little bit different than the first one was there was a lot more open areas to explore, more of an environmental aspect to different puzzles that you have to solve. And obviously there was a little bit of that in the first one as well. I mean, outside of the individual like escape rooms that you had, but the world felt bigger, like more to explore this time.
Yeah, definitely bigger. And I know in my playthrough, we actually had a little bit of an issue, me and the partner I was playing with, because only one person holds, like, the inventory isn't shared. So, like, if I got the Sapphire key card and my partner did not, they could not get through those doors until I opened them. Or if they had the money and I did not, I could not purchase things I needed for the quest, which the devs actually said is something that they're considering changing before release, so that'll be more of a shared inventory, which I think is probably a good move. But, I mean, we had a great time. I was taking notes. The devs were actually pinning people's notes up to a little cork board behind where we were playing, so you could see, like, no cheating, but you could see, like, how much people were really taking hand-drawn notes. And it was really cute. If you want to do an escape room, but you don't have one near you, or, like, don't have, like, a whole group to go with, I think this is a great way to scratch that itch.
Absolutely. And it's such a fun game to play with friends, and there's like a little bit of an element of like panic because there's like this idea that you're going to die if you don't escape the room, right? The spikes on the ceiling and stuff. You're like, "Oh my gosh, the stakes are high." But it's just like so much fun, and it's like stress but not like really intense stress, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes, definitely. But fun stress. That's how I would say
Yeah.
it. Fun stress. And Mr. Yasman says, and it's cheaper this way, right? It is cheaper this way. Because, escape rooms are expensive nowadays. I think the last one I went to was like $45 a person or something like that. So save yourself some money. Get this one instead. Get Escape Academy too. It was a real good time. All right, Andrea, I know you have a very busy day ahead of you, but if people want to see what you're up to now, where can people find you?
Well, I had been taking an extended break from posting on social media, but I'm starting to look into posting more on my Instagram, which is at Andrea Rene _. I'm going to start posting some more stuff on my TikTok, which is just at Andrea Rene. And for like kind of one-off text posts, I'm mostly posting on Blue Sky these days.
Okay.
So I used to be a big X/Twitter poster, but it's kind of a tire fire over there right now. So not spending too much time there these days.
It is. Okay, so follow Andrea in all the places, especially Blue Sky. And thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate your insights.
It was so good to see you, and I hope we get to play games together again sometime soon.
Yes, let us definitely do that. Okay, everybody in chat, give shout out and thank you to Andrea. You're the best, Andrea. Have a good rest of your day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to let Andrea go about her day. Maybe our tech gremlins will decide to go about their days as well. We shall see. But it's so nice to see Andrea. I honestly, any gaming or tech event that I get to go to, that I get to see Andrea Rene, it is a joy and it makes my heart so happy. And I love learning from her because she's just a powerhouse in the industry. So I'm glad that she was willing to donate some of her time to come by the stream and hang out with us today. It was awesome. She is delightful, Mikey. You're absolutely right. Beertastic says anytime we get to see someone from What's Good Games is a delight. I agree. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I saw Gerald Lee and Faux Bread Mage and Eardle the Albonian all resubscribed, so thank you very much. I'm sorry I didn't call it out when it happened. I was going through too many different things. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to cover from Summer Games Fest. And some of the games I'm actually going to be able to play the demos of today on stream, which I was very excited about. So that's how we're going to do our Gong show today, is going to be all Summer Game Fest themed. But before we do that, there's so many games that I saw while I was there. And I didn't. Oh, did I become a 911 operator? No, I actually don't need this on anymore. This is how I get guest audio into the stream. So here, let me turn this off because we don't need it anymore. I'll save the battery. I will save the battery. Put that right over there. Thank you for reminding me. Now I got some headset hair, but that's all right. Zarknor, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. I'm just going to go through the games I got to see, right? I'll go through them with you. Because every day, I had packed my schedule every single day, and I saw so many games. So, all right. That's how I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm just going to go through, like, my day every day and take you on the journey with me. So, the very first game that I got to see this year, this weekend, wasn't even technically part of Summer Game Fest Playdays. It was just off-site, but they were doing these downtown showcases, and I got to see a game. Let me actually just make sure. I'm like double and triple checking all my embargoes, like, just in case. Let me just make sure that I can tell you about these things. Embargo. No. Okay. Okay. Looks like we are embargo free, so we should be fine. Again, I'm so paranoid, y'all. Go Gadget, indeed. Okay, so the very first game I got to see was called Aether and Iron. It might be pronounced Aether and Iron. I'm not really sure, but this honestly kicked off the weekend in a big way for me because I loved Disco Elysium, and right away when I started playing this game, I was like, "Ooh, this feels like a Disco Elysium like," and that to me is a very beautiful thing. So I was really, really excited to see this. If not, just go full Microsoft and slap a world premiere on it. I should totally do that. Yes. So Aether and Iron, or Aether and Iron, see if you get the same vibe. So it's like a 1930s deco punk world. I really liked the art style. And it takes place in New York. So it's like Art Deco and steampunk together. Very into old school cars. But there's also combat. So you're taking a look right now at automobile combat. So, and that's tactical, the automobile combat, not real time. And Beardtastic says, oh, that's hitting all the right notes, right? Same for me. So this was the very first game that I got to play. It is fully voiced, by the way. So think of like Disco Elysium after it got the fully voiceover upgrade. It's fully voiced. There are skill checks where you're going to have to roll dice to see how you do in different dialogue encounters. And the automobile combat. So here you go. This is what this looks like. We'll see if they show a skill check. But yeah, the automobile combat is all tactical. So it's turn-based, and you can upgrade your car, you can upgrade your weapons, and upgrade your loadout. And move around the map like you're seeing moving around the map now. This is called Aether and Iron. Yes, Josh UC just typed it in chat. Thank you. Thank you, Josh, for sharing that. But yeah, you can move all around the map, and apparently there's a bunch of different characters that you'll get to play as, like heroes that you get to embody. I think they maybe said up to 4 throughout. But Opinionat says this looks very good. That's how I felt. So this is by Seismic Squirrel. I think it looks absolutely awesome. It is still a ways out, but this was the very first game that I got to play this weekend. And I was like, oh my gosh, we are hitting it off on a good note. I really liked it. I thought the voice acting was great. I thought the writing was really awesome, which is so important in a game like this. And the art style and like the world building is obviously very cool. Beardtastic Yogi says, wish listing. Yeah, so this one was really, really fun. There you go. So you can see your skill checks kind of pop up right there. And the way that you stat out or build out your character's stats, because it's RPG-esque in that way, the way that you build out your character's stats will give you bonuses to your rolls or not, depending how you did it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Let's see if they show us some more of the combat now that I'm looking at the cars. Because, of course, your cars can do combat, in different directions depending which weapons you have equipped and stuff like that. It's really, really fun. So anyway, that was the very first game that I got to play. It was called Aether and Iron, or Aether and Iron. But I love that. That is definitely on my radar as something to stream and something to play when it becomes available to do so. I thought it was really awesome. So that was the first game I got to play. This was Saturday morning. Dante says too much reading. It's fully voiced, my dude. Fully voiced, my dude. Not too much reading. Too much listening to brilliant actors do the story for you. Video game RPGs where you can see the dice rolls, Chef Kiss. Dude, I agree. And yeah, that combat is like laned combat. And again, you have like action points for movement or taking an actual action, which is like a weapon. So it's really, really cool. So again, Aether and Iron from Seismic Squirrel. Please go check that out. It is very, very fun. Okay, so that was the first game I got to see on Saturday. Then I hightailed my booty over to Annapurna. They had a little setup where they were showing 4 different games. And the first game, well, this wasn't the first game I got to play with them, but the first game I'm going to talk about from them is one that we all watched the trailer of together. this was MIXTAPE. And I think when we watched the trailer for this, we were all a little skeptical, right? Because we were like, is this going to be like overtly cringe, wannabe teen dialogue? And yes, it's definitely hitting that button of teen angst and awkwardness. But honestly, chatting with the devs and through the demo I played, this shocked the heck out of me in how interactive it was, how self-aware it was, and it was funny. Like, so funny that I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but there were parts that were so awkward. I was like, oh, honestly, it took me back to like being 14 or 15 years old in some of the cringe. And so it's not just the music that takes you back and just the actions of what they're doing, but like how you're involved in them. Opinionat says, I found this one interesting from the start. Now, I don't know that people will be able to stream this game because so much of this game is the soundtrack taking you back in time, right? And a lot of the action in the game goes with the soundtrack. So, like, you're hitting buttons to, like, rock out or bob your head in time, or, you know, just, like, tap on the side of the car. Like, the whole game is a mixtape, and you are part of it, if that makes sense. But I really, really liked my demo of this. This was probably... Do I want to say my favorite thing that I played at Annapurna? Maybe. It was really cool, though. I was very, very into MIXTAPE, and I went in a little skeptical, so I was very pleasantly surprised. It was really cool. Another game that I got to play at Annapurna, we all watched the trailer of together, was Snap and Grab. So Snap and Grab is a picture game, like we were talking about with, like, Pokemon Snap, but there's more to it than that. So you're snapping pictures in order to storyboard out a heist, and then you go on the heist. The art style was fun, the writing was fun, the characters are really fun, and the puzzles are kind of tricky. Like, I thought, oh, I'm going to take some pictures and plan a heist, no problem. I had to keep running my first heist over and over and over until I figured out where it was going wrong. And it's meant to be that way. Like, they want you to trial run the heist multiple times before you figure out the perfect heist. So, like, you run around, you take more pictures, you find things that could be distractions, right? And then you go in and you do it. It was very fun. The music is very funny. The characters are very funny from what I could see. Look, there's a good heist right there. So I played as this lady, who's the photographer, and you basically instruct your heist guy. Like, you take the pictures, storyboard them all out, and then send them to the guy who's doing the heist so that he knows exactly, like, what to avoid and what to pay attention to. And it's a picture game and a puzzle game all at the same time, and it was a lot of fun. Beartastic says, so like a roguelike heist simulator? Kind of. I don't know that I'd go full roguelike. Yes, you have to replay over and over to, like, learn more, but it's not procedurally generated or anything like that. But very, very fun, for sure. One of the other games that I saw at Annapurna on day one, I'm actually going to play on our Summer Game Fest Gong show today. That's called Morsels. So I'm going to play that on our Gong show today because they have a demo publicly available as of yesterday. And then I also played a game called Bounty Star, which I don't have B-roll to show you, and I can't show you my gameplay. But Bounty Star was also a little more puzzle-esque than I expected it to be. I kind of went in shooters ablazing and died very, very quickly, which is not a surprise. I'm not great at shooters. But the more I was like, okay, let me plan this out. What types of enemy are over there? How can I approach them so only some of them are getting aggravated at a time instead of just running in? I started to do pretty well, and I actually finished the demo in my half-hour time. So I felt pretty proud of myself. But Bounty Star is going to be a while before it comes out. That's coming out from Dino God, and I got to play that on Saturday. So all of that was my first morning. All 5 of those games were my first morning. Then I played Lego Party, which we already talked about with Andrea Rene when she was on here. And then I went over to Megabit Games and played Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. And ooh, Nelly, did I love this. Absolutely adored this. So think like everything you love about Gauntlet, but with some more modern RPG type elements like classes that can be specced out different ways and ever evolving. And like combos between your characters and stuff like that. They said they wanted it to be easy to pick up and play if a friend just wanted to jump in, but also complex enough that it kept you curious to learn more about the game. Beertastic says that sounds rad. Yes, and of course it's set within Pathfinder, so that automatically made me really excited. It looked super cool. It played super cool. I got to play with some of the people on the dev team, and it was so fun. So it's up to 4. And if you don't have 4 in your party, even if you're playing like just by yourself, you can rotate through the different characters if you want like a different character's ability to take on a certain challenge or something like that. So I really enjoyed my hands-on time with that. That is definitely one that I like bookmarked for. Tell me more when this comes out, please, because I would like to stream it. Atomic Doc, thank you for the hydrate reminder. I'm drinking Emergency since I just saw like hundreds of people this past weekend. Yeah, it was really, really rad. Dante says, now this is more like it. All right, this one's your speed. You know me. I always go for like a total smattering of different genres to try to hit a little bit of everything. But yeah, I mean, I have super fond memories of Gauntlet. So I am always going to be a fan of that if that's a thing that someone can put in front of me. So I was very excited about that appointment, and it did not let me down. It was awesome. And yeah, each class in that game has roughly 3 different character builds that you can do with it, which is cool. And they were saying they expect a 2026 release for Pathfinder Abomination Vaults for anyone that's super hyped for it. Hi, Alvarak. Thank you for the resub. Good to see you here today. Welcome, welcome. Okay, after I played Pathfinder Abomination Vaults, again, this is all my first day, y'all, I got to sit down and play FBC Firebreak. Now, we did already talk about this with Andrea Rene, but I had a special guest during my FBC Firebreak demo. I was playing, and then suddenly sitting on the couch right next to me was Phil Spencer. Like, I'm like in the zone screaming and yelling at the hiss, and then I was like, what? Hi! Hello, friend! So that was kind of cool. That was one of those like magic moments that only would really happen at a thing like an E3. Was he on my team? No, because he didn't actually get to play. If he would have taken over the controller from the person that he was sitting next to, then yes. Then yes, he would have gotten to play. But he would have been on my team, and it would have been cool. But anyway, FBC Firebreak is great. It's right around the corner. It launches in like, 3 days? It's really, really cool. So definitely check that out, especially if you're a Remedy Games fan. I know we talked about it at length earlier, so I'm not going to rehash that. The last thing that I saw, thank you, Albrecht. The last thing that I saw on day 1 was Dying Light the Beast. Where my Dying Light fans at? And this was like such a different thing from anything else I had played all day. But you get to play as Kyle 13 years later. It's all parkour and stealth and shooting and platforming puzzles. But you really do have to think through the encounters more than just going in blasters a-blazing. And let me see. Okay, they did give me some B-roll that I could show you of the gameplay. So pardon me for just 1 second here while I get that loaded up for us. I mean, it looks absolutely great. Look at all those zombs down there. Scary. You just got Dying Light because it was on sale. So, like, you have to know, like, don't jump into that. Which I always think in video games, jump right in. You'll be able to get them. Nope, that's too dangerous. Don't jump right in there. Watch, is he going to do that? Or if you do, run through it. Oh, or throw a distraction grenade. Get most of them out of the way, and then maybe beeline through it. Or are they going slowly so they don't attract attention? All right, that was a well-placed distract. Now we've got 3 dudes over here, but instead of taking all 3, they're just going to parkour. So you can rooftop to rooftop parkour to get away. And it's so fun because, like, look at this. So far, there's not even been any combat. You could have gone in and tried to take them all out. But different ways that you can do it, right? I love all the roof hopping that's happening here. Be Right UK, welcome back. Aw, it's always a good thing to see you, my friend. All right, now actually let's go ahead and take out a zomb. Okay, now where are you gonna go? There is falling damage, so... Aww. I don't know how much damage they took there, but I was pretty sure there was falling damage when I was playing. That Yotes fan says the first Dying Light is so good. I haven't played 2 or heard anything about it except that 1 was better. Apparently the devs went back to the formula that the first had. Okay, well, they did say they listened to a lot of community feedback and took a lot of that in. Vlog Scripter, thank you for the welcome back from SGF. I appreciate that. This game was really hard for me. So I was not doing what this B-roll is doing and like parkouring through most of it. I was trying to hack and slash my way through it, and ooh, it was tough. It was tough and it was scary. Oh, watch out for that guy. Not that guy. The one that's over there. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! So like you fight when you have to. Okay, now they're going back outside. But like through areas like this where there's just too many, just run. Just run away or parkour. Run away or parkour. But yeah, this was super scary. I got to play all the way up till the first boss. And the first boss looks so cool. I could not hang. I was like, there's no way I'm going to beat this boss during the demo. Like, I'm not good enough at combat yet in this game. But it was super, super awesome, and I honestly had a really fun time. Let me look and see if they released. I don't think they did, but let me look and see. I don't know if they released a release date for it. I don't know. Opinion Ad says Mirror's Edge has always left that longing for that type of thing. Tough to get that same feeling again, but in terms of parkour, Dying Light does scratch that itch a bit. Nice. You do also fight non-zombies. That is true. You have to fight people as well. You're not wrong. Dying Light. Oh, and I mean Dying Light the Beast. The cool thing with Oh, it does say that the release is set for August 22nd, 2025. So it's published by Techland and developed by Techland, releasing August 22nd of this year on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and on Windows as well. Now, the one thing I didn't mention about this game that the B-roll didn't show yet, but that was super fun, is it's called Dying Light the Beast. And that's because sometimes you get to enter Beast Mode. And when you enter Beast Mode, you can, like, take these dudes down with your bare hands, and it feels so good, and everything kind of goes red. It's like a rage or berserker mode that you can only access sometimes, but let me tell you, there was one moment in my demo where I was in the basement, and I was trying to, like, find fuses to turn the lights on, and of course I made too much noise, and all the zombies that were, like, laying unmoving on the ground all got up at the same time. And I was like, oh no, I'm dead. And then I just happened to enter to have enough to do beast mode. And I did beast mode, and I just ripped through all of them, and it felt so good. Anyway, that was my favorite part of that demo. For sure, it was very fun. It was very fun. So make sure that you check that one out. And that was my first day at Summer Game Fest Play Days. So those were all the appointments that I had just on Saturday, just on day one. Let's see. Fitness Dude's giving me a stretch. I'll do it. Don't enter beast mode at work. It's true. It's true. Okay, stretch reminder. So if you're wondering why I was so, like, exhausted and tired and trying to, like, post between things, it's because I was like, look, I'm here to see games. I want to see as many games as I can. So then Sunday morning, I streamed with all of you. We all got to see the Xbox showcase together. And then I drove over to Playdays as fast as I could for my appointment with Meta. Can anyone guess what game I got to play on the Meta Quest for my appointment? I think I might have even told you at the end of the Xbox showcase. But I got to play a real fun game on the Meta Quest. And I wonder, did they give me B-roll to show you? I don't think they did. No, it was Deadpool. It was Deadpool. So they had the trailer, but they did not give me B-roll to show other than what we've already seen in the trailer. But everybody was right. You did hear that Deadpool is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, which is wild. But honestly, the more time I got to spend in the game, I really like NPH's take on Deadpool, on the Merc with the Mouth. It was very funny, and the gameplay for it's really good. In VR games, the gameplay can be very hit or miss, especially with action games. But it felt much more in the vein of Batman Arkham Shadow, in that I was moving through easily. Dual wielding felt great. Like, very, very exciting. And to reload your firearms, you just throw them at enemies. They bounce off them. You catch them, and you're right back in. And it was just so fun. It was really, really a good time. Lots of viscous explosions everywhere because it's Deadpool. And I don't want to spoil anything for you, but that was great. That will probably be my next big VR game that I play all the way through. Just guessing. But I really, really liked it, and I thought they were doing a cool job with it. There's also a huge variety of weapons to double wield. And again, no spoilers. But it was very funny and very gory. And I liked it a lot. Opinionat says, Ryan Reynolds was probably busy with the movie during the development of the game anyway. Maybe. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Ryan Reynolds put out a video, and I'm sure this was like an ad campaign for this game, talking about how mad he was that he was recast as Deadpool and that NPH got it. And it's very funny. It's all jokes, but it was a good ad campaign. If I'm going to watch an ad campaign, make it, Opinionat says, although he did make a funny video about it. He did make a funny video about it, and I appreciated that. Okay, so as soon as I had my meeting with MetaQuest and got to play Deadpool VR, then I ran right over to Bell Ring Games, who was showing a game called Mistfall Hunter, which is a PvPvE fantasy game, kind of like dark fantasy game. And this one was really interesting to me because I did not know what I was going to get here. And even in playing it, it wasn't what I expected. So it looks like something that I would expect to be more of like a single-player RPG experience, but it's not. It's PvP with like circles that close in to bring everybody closer together so you have to fight other players. But it's PvPvE, so there's other enemies throughout as well. And so you're going through, and you can be one of, they recommended 2 different classes for me to play. Man, that was quick. They didn't give me a lot to work with there. But I played as the mercenary class, and it was great. I was like, let me just go with whatever the normal class is. But it'll be interesting to see how people do in a more traditionally dark fantasy combat, but PvP. So I don't know. It'll be. I didn't get to play all the different classes, so I don't know how they balance each other or whatnot. But certainly very ambitious. Though I don't know if there's going to be modes other than Last Man Standing, but that's what I played. But I was also like, I'm not good at this. If I have to go in and play this game against other people, I'm not going to be able to hang. But for those of you who can, you will enjoy Mistfall Hunter when it drops. After that, I ran right over to Drinkbox Studios, which are the folks who made Guacamelee. And played their new game, Plighted, which interestingly enough, I think when we all saw it as part of the showcase, we were all thinking it looked a bit like Hades, right? So here, let me show you what it looks like. They did give me some gameplay B-roll to showcase. So we were all like, oh, it kind of looks like Hades, but it does not play like it at all. So when I sat on the couch to play this, they said, do you like Souls-like games? And I was like, oh, no. So it's Souls-like in that there's very specific parry timing and block timing that you need. And, like, it only takes a handful of hits from a big, heavy bad guy. Oh, no. Why freeze? Please come back. Okay. It only takes a couple hits to, like, wipe your character out if you didn't successfully block or parry. So it's pretty ruthless. They said they wanted it to be hard. So that people really had to, like, learn to get good. But it is 2-player co-op as well. So I got to play it with one of the devs, which is great. There's both shared loot and shared XP in this build. And so I was slowly able to get my way through. So the little blue things that you're getting, I believe that is XP as you're going through. But yeah, it really is all about mastering the timing if you want to survive in this one. You can smash the vases, but I didn't find any loot in the vases that I smooshed. And let's see if they show like a ranged attack as well, because there is a ranged ability once you're powered up enough. Oh, you completed Elden Ring last night. Congratulations, Matt Mania. That probably felt really good. So yeah, the level design was great. The audio was awesome. And I think people are going to have a nice time. So these are your little trees. I forget what they're called. Blight trees or something like that. That's where you save, but it also brings back all the enemies when you do so. Oh, are we going to get to see a boss battle? What are they showing us here? Ooh. Oh, what are they eating? Everything's like decaying. Oh, yeah. Oh, I fought this boss. Look at how disturbing that thing looks. I didn't fight it by myself. I fought it in 2-player co-op. But look, that like spider dead horse thing just like hops on you and flings its face around on you. It's almost like something took over the horse carcass, right? Just like straight up terrifying. No, get out of there. It's tough. But the cool thing is, when you beat this boss, because I eventually did, when you beat this boss, you get to, I believe you get to eat his brains, and then you get his ability, which again, more ew. Kieran says the broken neck is really unsettling. Yeah. But I think the whole thing is like, someone was eating brains and we're mad at them, so now we're going to go eat their brains. But yeah, there's a lot of brain eating to, like, get memories and abilities. Nasty, says Matt. I want to show... Okay, they didn't show when they beat that. But yeah, you beat that and you eat some brains and you get to do cool stuff. You get these beautiful, like, vistas. Isn't that something from your nightmares? You get those, and then you wander around, and there are some NPCs and merchants and stuff like that you can talk to upgrade throughout as well. But yeah, I got about a half hour with this, and it was honestly really, really fun in a very dark and unsettling and creepy kind of way. And I like that it's co-op. That is good for me. So yeah, that was Plighted, and again, that's from the same dev team, Drinkbox Studios, who made Guacamelee, if you liked Guacamelee. So that was fun to see. Then I got a chance, and I don't have B-roll to show you, sadly, because I don't think they've sent it yet. But then I got a chance to see Grounded 2. Are any of you Grounded players? Shout out to the Grounded players. Let me just make sure they didn't send anything in the time since we've been live. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I don't see anything has come through. But I did get to play Grounded 2. So if any of you are Grounded fans, the big thing that is newer that I think everyone's going to be really hyped about is the buggy system. And it's bugs that you can ride on as mounts to get around. So you're now in a much bigger area, and you've got little mounts to help you get around faster. In my heart I am, says Bear Baldy. There you go. But yeah, you get to ride around on mounts, and it was super, super fun. And I will showcase that more in the future if I have more that I can show you. But it's very like survival crafty, fun times. Think if Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was a survival game. That's basically what you're playing, except for the characters and the technology that the kids have access to is much more updated. Much more updated. But yeah, that was a great time. And they especially listen to a lot of community feedback. So they actually have a bunch of testers who have already been helping out in the beta that are like diehard fans in that community. And so they're really excited for people to be able to see how their community feedback has been incorporated, which was really cool. Okay. Now, you want to talk about a gross game. Someone said this last game was too gross for them. Folks, after this, so the last game that I got to play on Sunday, I went over to Blumhouse Games. Some of you might say Bloomhouse. But you know, the people that make all the real scary movies, they also make real scary games. And I went over and got a chance to play CRISTOL Theater of Idols. Woo, mama, was this scary. This was terrifying, my friends. So you're walking around in this world that, I mean, looks very cool. And the firearm that you have, like, the game's all about blood. It fires your holy blood. So to reload it, you need to take blood from yourself to reload your gun. Okay. And you've got these, like, possessed puppet-looking things that you've got to take out. And they don't just take one bullet. Even if you get them in the head, look, they keep coming. Oh, taking them out in the foot was smart. But look, still crawling towards you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Take them out. Okay. Now, reload time. Look how gross that is. That's how you reload. And the environmental sounds and stuff are so cool. So much fun. Here, I just turned it up, so I'm sorry if it gets loud all of a sudden. Okay, meet Dolores. This was so scary. And hide. Hide. I played through this part. You gotta hide. So at least what I learned in my demo is Dolores can't go inside buildings. So if you can get yourself inside a building... Now the puppets are still in buildings, but Dolores can't go inside buildings. So if you need like a little bit of a break, you go in a building and then try to just clear it out. And then you kind of have a little bit of a safe spot. But you need to leave the building eventually. You can't just stay there. Now there's puzzles like moving this minecart that you have to move to clear a path, etc. I cleared this path, and as soon as I came out, Dolores was like right there ready to get me. It was terrifying. I may have yelped. Go, 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 go. If you crouch and move slowly, apparently she can't hear you, but like she knows where this guy is now. This is a perfect game for me because my commentary will be exceptional. Very spooky. Very, very spooky game. And that's how I ended my Sunday. That's how I ended my Sunday. It was wild. So then for my final day, yesterday, at Summer Game Fest Play Days, I got to play What Came Next. What Came Next? I don't have B-roll for this. I got to play Wuchang, I think is how you pronounce it, Fallen Feathers. So 505 Games had a setup to show this off. And again, this was it's a Souls-like, I don't know how I'm going to do. So I chose to play, they had some more advanced save files, but I chose to play the very beginning of the game so I could lightly introduce myself to the world, the lore. And I will say, this is maybe, Wuchang Fallen Feathers is maybe one of the most artistically gorgeous Souls-likes I've ever played. And I say that not just in terms of how well the game ran. It ran beautifully on the gaming PC they had it running on, which I asked, and I think they said they were running it on a 4070 in their build. And I was like, okay. Looked absolutely stunning. No performance issues. And also the fight choreo in it was so pretty. Like the moves that your main character can do just looked so gorgeous that it was distracting from how much I was dying. Basically, the woman who you're playing as wakes up with these feathers embedded in her arm. They keep referring to it as the feathering. And it's some kind of curse that she has that will eventually overtake her, but for some reason hasn't yet. So you still have your own player agency to go around and try to figure out what's happening. The sound design in it was super well done. And it was very much so Souls-like and unforgiving in that like 2 to 3 hits from an enemy, even a common enemy, not just a boss, will take you out. You need to get good at parrying and or dodging, or else you are not going to be able to hang very long in that game. Oh, and actually, I do have B-roll for it. Oh, good. Sorry, I'm like looking at my notes here and realizing that I may have downloaded... Yes! Some gameplay. Here, let's see if I have it. I don't know if my PC will open it, but I want to show it to you. Hi, DJ Davey. It's funny that you said what's good, because we had Andrea Rene from What's Good Games on the stream a little earlier. Oh no, did I just give my PC a real hard time trying to figure this out? I think I did. Sorry, PC. Okay, let me try that again in a different way. I didn't unzip it first. Sorry. Okay, let's see what we got now. I just want to... I don't want to extract all, but I guess I will. All right, while that's unzipping, how's everybody doing? Just chatting today. I should get the gong out. Because we're going to be doing some gong show. It's going to be a long stream today, by the way. Just in case anyone didn't guess that yet. Considering it's been 2 hours of just chatting before we even started the gong show. Although I do only have 6 games on the gong show today. And they're all Summer Game Fest games. So it'll be a fun time. It will be a fun time. But yeah, I want to show you how pretty this game was. After I played Wuchang Fallen Feathers, I played Luminous Arise, which we already talked about with Andrea Rene. That was really cool. And then I got to play another VR game called Reach, which was much more of a game that, you know how some VR games like Horizon Call of the Mountain are all about the climbing and the parkouring and this kind of climbing and the sliding down zip lines. And it was a lot about that, at least in the part that I got to play. And I didn't make it to the part in the demo where you get to have, the only ranged weapon I got was a bow, which worked kind of cool. That was kind of fun. But I didn't get a good feel for what that game was just yet. I mean, it's neat that they're making a very large-scale VR game, because I think that there need to be more large-scale VR games. I would like to have more of those as a VR enthusiast. But yeah, I didn't get a great feel for that one, so I'm going to have to watch that one a little bit more as it goes. Forlorn Knight says, sweet, I thought this was just the stream, no complaints. Yeah, no, it's a Summer Game Fest everything stream. So, in part, that is sharing my experiences of the stuff I saw and also playing some of the stuff that I can actually play, which is cool. Matt says, big accomplishment for me today. Instead of doing a plank for 1 minute, I did a plank for 2 minutes. Congrats. I can't even do a plank for 1 minute. So you've got me beat. Hey, we could even call it Summer Gong Fest. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love it. Okay, let me go ahead and get this B-roll now. Now I've got it. This is going to be, there we go. So this is Wuchang Fallen Feathers. That I was saying is like maybe the prettiest one of the prettiest, like right up there with Stellar Blade in terms of like just really nice visuals on a Souls-like and fight choreo visuals specifically. You can pick up a thing down there. I went down there, although I did not have this cool outfit. Whatever outfit this character's rocking is not what I had when I played. But take him out. Man, not even giving that dude a chance. So yes, you can equip different pendants. You can equip different spells. It does look like a Souls game, says Matt. Yeah. So yeah, this was a game that I was like, this is probably a game that will be too difficult for me, honestly. But like the running around and picking stuff up and praying at the shrines, like this part was all great.
Where on earth is it? Feathers on your left arm. That's a sign of feathering. Most would have lost their minds by now. Yet you remain in control. Fascinating. The power of feathering runs through that arm of yours. I can sense it. How you managed to contain it, I don't know. But make no mistake, your left arm is the key to unleashing its full strength. That power's itching to course through you, but you're not ready to command it. Not yet. Here, take this. Let's see if you've got what it takes to wield that power.
So now you gotta go all the way up here. There was some kind of treasure chest over there, but I don't know how you get it. Oh! Just took out the bird? Are you supposed to take out the birds? I didn't take out the bird when I was playing. I just left the bird there. Whoops, sorry, sir. Yeah, just I took those guys out the first time, but then I think I died and had to come back. I mean, the person who's playing right now is legit taking absolutely 0 damage, so they are clearly much better at this type of game than me. Here is a shrine you can offer blood at to give you a checkpoint. Now you can kind of revamp and use stuff. Great, good. They also have a lot more things in their inventory than I had. But this is still pretty early. And you can do some, see, and I didn't even enter the skill tree. Look at all this. Very cool. Go down this ladder and we'll see if they go face the same boss that I faced. Vlog Scripture, this ran beautifully on the build that they were showcasing it on. And I forget which 40 series card, but they said it was a 40 series card, not a 50 series card that they were showcasing it on. There you go. So now you've got that ranged ability as the spell. And you get the power for your spells by doing successful parries and dodges with the right timing. So, of course, I was horrible at that. Oh, that's a secret I didn't know about. I just dropped all the way down. Woo! Rough. Sorry, sir. Splat. Oh, and I just left that guy there. He wasn't bothering me at all, so, you know. Man. What game is this? It's called Wuchang Fallen Feathers. And I got a chance to play it first thing Monday morning. This was my first appointment Monday morning, and it was awesome. All right, I just want you to see this boss before we move on to another one, because it was super cool. So this is like tutorial boss. And I died to her, I want to say twice. But then I beat her. No, I only died to her once, and then I beat her on my second try. And because I beat her on my second try, they actually gave me a little Wuchang Fallen Feathers sticker and a little pin to take home with me. So I was very, very excited about that. So yeah, that was my first game Monday morning, and I was feeling pretty good that I actually beat the tutorial boss in a Souls-like game. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And so I felt good about that. But yeah, okay, so I saw Wuchang Fallen Feathers. That was my first thing Monday. Then I played Luminous Arise. Then I played the Reach VR game. Let me go ahead and stop this. Then, let me just take this back. Sorry, I got all this stuff loaded up on my PC at the same time. Okay. Then, after I saw the Reach VR game, I saw some stuff I'm not allowed to tell you about yet. And then I had lunch. And then I saw some more stuff I'm not allowed to tell you about yet. And then I saw a game called Petal Runner, which I think we saw as part of the showcase. Petal Runner was kind of cute in that it's like you collect Tamagotchi-esque animals, like little pet friends, kind of like Pokemon or whatever, but they're actually more like Tamagotchi. And it had this cute music and this sweet, like, pink and pixel art style. And I was making friends and helping people find pets that suit their personality. And it was really cute. And I didn't know this until I talked to the dev, one of the devs. But this was actually made by a pixel art YouTuber. So a pixel art YouTuber and his engineer friend that I chatted with there at the show wanted to make a wholesome game about crafting and unlocking different pets. And they already apparently have plushies made for the game. So very, very cute. It does kind of look like Earthbound. I agree with you all. I agree with you all. Mr. New York to Cali, I'm sorry you couldn't make it this year. It was an interesting year for demos for sure. But yeah, I got to play Petal Runner coming 2026. Super, super cute. I got to play Escape Academy 2, which we talked about with Andrea. Then I got to play the new Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy card set. I played the Sephiroth starter deck, and it was great. I did not get to see any Tifa cards, although I saw the artwork for them on Magic the Gathering Arena online. But as a Final Fantasy fan and a Magic the Gathering fan, that was really cool to see in person and get to like play with that deck and learn a little bit about it. And, you know, no pressure, no pressure. I got to play against the person who designed what the cards do for the Final Fantasy set. Like for the past 5 years, he's been working on that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you are so creative and amazing, and also like will totally kick my butt in this match right now because you know these cards and how they work together so intimately. I did not beat him, but it was a pretty fair game. We were like kind of neck and neck down to like 9 points left, and then he got lethal in one turn. Yes, Gavin, exactly. Yes, it was really, really fun. I had a wonderful time. It was very, very cool. And I posted a picture. They have a little red chocobo for the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set that was stationed outside. And if you didn't see my latest Instagram post, I posted some pictures, one of them with said chocobo. So if you didn't get a chance to see it yet, please go ahead and check out those pictures. I have my picture with Phil Spencer. You know, like it was really, really lovely. I had a great time the whole weekend and got to meet these wonderful creatives that are behind all this stuff. It's great. And then after Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy preview, I got to play my final game that I got to play at Playtest at Summer Game Fest Play Days. Was a scary game called Grave Seasons. Now, Grave Seasons was the game that we all kind of looked at, and we were like, well, what if Stardew was also a murder mystery game? So that's what happened there. So this is a look at Grave Seasons. You're kind of walking around. There's day and night cycles. And you're like, I'm just going to go farm. I've inherited this farm. And I've got stuff I got to get done. And maybe I want to romance other villagers and whatnot. But also, people are just getting murdered. And we should probably look into that. So it's cute. but it's also very creepy. And again, it's Blumhouse Games, so like you can expect it to go pretty dark. So look at us, we're just pickaxing some stones. We might need that for crafting, like crafting or cooking. So it's all that stuff you love about farming sims. But there's a whole separate plot coming out. DJ Davey says, I'm going to want to play this when it comes out. Yeah. So like going through the woods at night, something mysterious about this tree. It says an unsettling aura radiates from it. What's up with that tree? Not real sure. But look at us. This is our farm. Going in there. The farmer who lived there, no one knows what happened to him, by the way. But look, we're just crafting some jam. It's a great time. I'm wondering if this B-roll they're showing is going to show it getting dark, or if that's too spoilery, if it's just going to look like Stardew. Ate some juniper jam. Life is good. Oh, had a strawberry lemonade. Yum, yum, yum. Just visiting some people in town. Mr. New York to Cali, welcome back. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Not quite so cute and wholesome anymore. Sorry? Now we're just back to farming and talking to villagers that are around. Oh, hey, Leilani. Leilani makes flower bouquets. That's cool. Oh, new farmer moved in. I'm glad you're being social. And so everyone kind of keeps like hinting at people being negative. And you're not really sure about it. I will tell you the one thing they have not shown in this gameplay. What I will tell you about it is I discovered a severed hand in my garden whilst I was tilling the soil. Don't play this game with your children, y'all, because it is not for children. It is not for children. There are aspects of it that feel very like farming and crafting and cooking and life sim. And then there are parts of it that are definitely quite terrifying. So please, please, please keep that in mind. Grave Seasons is a farming sim, but with added murder. For fun. Matt says, yeah, I wouldn't want kids around that. You're welcome. That's my warning for you today. So that is really a pretty big overview of my 3 days at Summer Game Fest Playdays. I played as many possible games as I could to come back and be able to tell you about them. So it was really tons of fun. And like I said, I had some really memorable experiences this weekend. So if you want to see the picture story, my little picture vlog of everything that happened, again, I put a carousel post on Instagram for those of you who follow me there. Okay, now, with all of that being said, it's time for the Gong Show. It's time for a special Summer Game Fest themed Gong Show. Now, I am going to have to do my little headers for the Gong Show as we go because I did not have time to get that all done today as I wished that I had. And I'm just realizing now, I'm like, did I even download the games? Y'all. I don't think I did. All right, so we're going to download some demos. Luckily, they're all demos, so they should be very quick and easy downloads. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, the first one is Chroma Gun 2. Chroma Gun 2 Die Hard. We're going to download that demo right now while I get us ready and queued up for the Gong Show. I got the gong out, but that's as far as I got. Honestly, y'all, my day today, so I just did all that Summer Game Fest right into morning news spots this morning, starting at 4 a.m., right into an Amazon stream, right into this. I did. I got too distracted by amazing guest Andrea Rene. It's true. Tis true. Geeky Heart says, so you're kind of busy. You know how it is. Especially this time of year. I feel like June is the time that anyone that works in really tech or games does not chill out. You don't get to chill out Like, that's not for you. You don't have that luxury of chilling out. It's just not a thing. All right, let me now replace this with Chroma Gun 2 Die Hard. But dye is spelled like you dye fabric. Okay. All right, now one more thing. Get that out of the way. We're just going to do it live. Chroma Gun 2 is still downloading, so I have more time to do the graphics. More time to do the graphics. I'm trying to think, is there anything on my Steam I can't show y'all? No, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good right there. I'm just gonna shrink it down just a little. Okay. Boom. Got it. Okay, that one looks good. And while I have that here, that is Chroma Gun. Okay, so Chroma Gun 2 Die Hard is the first game we're going to play today. And then the second one, still downloading, so I still got time. How many can I get done? Oh, I'm so excited for this one. You can probably guess what it is, but I'm real excited for it. Okay, here we go. It is first game time of today's Gong show. Let's see. You'd make sure not to show anything on Steam. You made that mistake. Oh, no. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that if it's not time for that. Okay, Chroma Gun 2, Die Hard. It's starting to play right now. I'm also going to get out the Gong program because, you know, I don't have enough things running on my computer right now. We'll see how this goes. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 she says. I'm inviting all the tech gremlins today. Not intentionally. It just might happen. Okay. All right. So this was a game that I didn't play at Summer Game Fest because I wanted to play it on stream. Now, of course, it's not loading up for me just yet, so maybe I shouldn't have jumped in so soon. It's still trying. It's the first time we're loading it up, so you know, it can take some time. In the meantime, I'll get the graphics for the second one ready so we don't have to do that. In between the two. And I'll see if I can do our third one too while we wait. You guys are going to laugh at this third game. So silly. Okay. All right, I'm going to try maybe alt-tabbing out of this. And getting back into it, maybe. Perfect time to check out the Instagram post about Summer Game Fest. Yes, please do. Please check it out and give some love. Okay, I don't know why it is so hard for me to do that. Okay, let me try one more time for Chroma Gun 2 Die Hard. Please? It did something, but not what I wanted it to do. I think it's having a really hard time with the full screen, if I had to guess. Let me close everything else just in case and try one last time. Otherwise, we'll move on. Is the next one Chroma Gun 3 Die Harder? I mean, let me just go back. Yeah, it's just showing a blank screen for y'all. It is for me too. Well, their demo did just come out yesterday. We'll see if we're having the same problem with other games. And if we are, it might be the universe's sign for me to take the day a little bit easier. All right, let's see if the next one we can get. Okay, the next game is called Fresh Tracks.
You have returned.
Davies won. How are you today? Mr. New York to Cali had said I could also try the DX11 versus 12 properties trick. That's been your issue with some demos. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Let's see if we can get this second one. And what do? Do you just right click and launch it with like go into manager properties and try to like move it to something else? We're going to do Fresh Tracks next if we can get it to go. Fresh Tracks was part of the PC gaming showcase this weekend. You're doing well. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, it says best played with a controller. Okay, and this one seems to be working just fine. So here we go. Fresh Tracks was part of the PC Gaming Showcase. It's developed and published by Buffalo. And it just launched 2 days ago. Huzzah! It's on PC. There's a free demo on Steam. It's got PS5, Xbox Series X and S availability as well. And here's what I know about it so far. Jump, dodge, and fight to the rhythm of the gods in this thrilling music action game on skis. There's 28 original songs in a genre-crossing soundtrack. It blends precision combat and roguelike gameplay, and every playthrough unravels a new narrative through story and song. So let's try it. We're going to check it out, and I'll start the voting after we've seen it a little bit, okay? New game. Show subtitles, yeah. Difficulty Explorer, okay.
Once upon a rhyme, as we say in Norwin, there were no story songs at all. Then, from the shimmering heavens of the Aurora Core, came the mythics. There was Sogfar, who delighted in the glory of great heroes. Thars and Dram, the masters of laughter and tears. Mar, the queen of terror. And finally, Coda, the voice of inspiration.
Okay, I'm using the Razer
Then,
Wolverine
the story
Pro
songs
right now.
of Norwin began to wither, their melodies growing hollow and uninspired. Mar had seized control of the dreams of Norwin. Somewhere, amidst the snow-fallen forests and frost-crowned peaks, the story song of a champion was about to begin. In the quiet of the Pinewood Forest, a ski-strapped adventurer named Sky heard a whisper.
Okay. So you move using D-pad. Okay, you move between the lanes. Yeah. Okay,
Sky uncovered a shattered sword, half buried in the snow and beating like a heart. When Sky struck to the rhythm, the blade gathered strength.
Lean. And collect. Okay.
Sky leaned into the music,
Oh, I should have
gathering
leaned
more
away from
whispers
that. I
along
see.
the way.
Beardtastic, it's not up yet. No, because we haven't really learned how to play the game yet. I want people to see the actual game before they vote. How do I jump? Oh, like that again. Okay. I like that it's a rhythm game, too. Air hop, so like a double jump. All right.
Coda called out to Sky.
Here we go. Okay.
Sky
pause
needed
it
a
quick.
moment to think.
Sky needed a minute to think to put up the voting. So now the voting is actually there. Okay, here we go. Going back in. It's a Gong Show win, even though I'm pretty sure I crashed into the rocks. Congratulations to Fresh Tracks on your Gong Show win today. Let's play for another 5 or so before we move on with the showcase. Let the beat of the music guide the attacks. Strike with perfect timing to charge the rhythmic. Orange flashes are on beat, blue flashes are off beat. Okay, I'm gonna try.
The rhythmic blade pulsed with energy. It was ready to mend what was broken.
I'm playing on PC right now. Krish Mikey.
A surge of warmth washed over Sky as their wounds were healed.
Okay, I wanna get this. Oh, I missed it. Oh, this is getting so hard.
Sky had earned the trust of Coda, the mythic of inspiration. But the other mythics would not be so easily won
Do I
over.
ski in real life?
Sky's journey
No.
was just beginning.
I've only been skiing twice in my whole life. And I liked it when I was, but I was so much younger when I did it. I haven't done it probably in, I don't know, I probably haven't skied in probably 20 plus years, honestly. Collect whispers to purchase items during journeys. Earn bonus whispers when you hit objects and pick up hearts. Journey to discover new story songs and equipment and more. Press menu to review tutorials and change settings and difficulty at any time. Whoa, that's cool. So we just did the tutorial. And I guess you begin your journey. You can also look at your equipment. Okay, we're gonna try one journey level and see how we do.
To stand a chance against Mar, Sky would first need to recruit Sogvar, the mythic of adventure. 2 paths lay ahead, both leading to Sogvar in time. Which would Sky choose?
The easy one, please. Okay, let's try it.
Though life in Norwin was harsh, it was also beautiful, unyielding, yet life-giving, and the people called it home.
Oh, I should have waited. Oh, I guess you have to duck and lean at the same time. Yeah. So many buttons at the same time. I'm like leading in real life, like that's gonna help me. Oh, that's so hard. Oh, what? Nope. Oh, what a weird button combination. Come on. I wonder how many you have to get. Like, what if I intentionally skip some and just do over here? End of level? Okay. Alright, I'll take a good mid. Alright, folks, that is all the extra time we have for Fresh Tracks, which was part of the PC Gaming Showcase this year, and now a Gong Show winner. So congratulations to Buffalo on your Gong Show win today. The next game we will be checking out today has a free demo. You may remember this from the Devolver Showcase, because I kind of freaked out and said I really wanted to play it. So as soon as I found out that there would be a demo of it available, I was like, well, that's clearly coming to the Gong show. Vlog Scripter says, please tell me it's ball pit. Well, my friend, it sure stinking is. All right, let me change our Twitch category. Here we go. Boom. Okay. I clearly need to make this a little bigger. Ball pit. Thank you for bearing with me while I do the graphics on the fly. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I'm turning it down a bit because it's a little, a little loud. Opinionat says ball pit looked great, but the showcase was quirky and amazing as usual. I agree. So, folks, if you missed it, Ball Pit is developed by Kenny Sun, published by Devolver Digital. We don't know the official launch day yet, but right now there is a free demo on Steam. And I think it's supposed to come to Xbox Series X and S and Nintendo Switch as well, to give us a taste of Ball Pit, a brick-breaking, ball-fusing, base-building survival roguelite. Batter hordes of enemies with ricocheting balls and gather the riches of the pit to expand your homestead, generate resources, and recruit unique heroes in this hair-raising demo. I'm gonna hydrate reminder. Thank you, Beardtastic. Okay. So we're gonna play it before I start the voting. Let's go ahead and check it out now. Uh-oh. Babylon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. Now, treasure seekers flock to explore the depths. Okay. So you move your character here. Aim here. Collect gems to gain XP. So I'm gonna try... Oh, I was trying to get... Yeah, balls up there. So that they can bounce around and maybe... Oh, the aiming is so tricky here. Okay, so that's gonna hit it from the back. That's what I was hoping for. Now that doesn't help me in terms of the front. So I'm gonna need to whittle away here at the front a little bit. Because I only get so many balls, is what I'm learning. Okay. Well, this is trickier than I thought it was gonna be. I'll be honest here. Like, I got this big guy right here. Enemies will attack you if they get close to you or reach the bottom of the screen. Oh, I can level up. Alright. Inflicts 4 stacks of bleeding. Bleeding enemies receive 1 damage per stack when hit by a ball. Okay. Or I could shoot 1 to 2 baby balls each time I'm healed. Or I could all baby balls deal 20% more damage. I'm gonna go Warhorn. Enemies will attack. Okay, where are they though? Y to toggle auto firing. You walk slower while shooting. You can adjust the game speed with left and right bumper. Okay, I'm leveling up again. Ooh, what do I want? Increase movement speed and move at full speed while shooting. Okay. Uh-oh. I am clearly not doing a great job. I wonder if if this is like you're supposed to die in the first battle, or you think it's a scripted death? Collect the blue balls to level up. Okay. Fission randomly levels up your equipment 1 or more times. Oh, plus 1 to 5 levels. Nice! That was great. A brood mother has 25% chance of birthing a baby each time, a baby ball each time it hits an enemy. I could up the damage or freeze. I'm just gonna go with like make the baby balls do as much damage as possible. I am not surviving well. Ah! Game over. Return to base. Alright, I'm gonna put the voting up now that we've seen the game a little bit. Welcome to New Babylon, your home base. Press Y to open up the sidebar. Let's plant some wheat to get started. Oh yeah, I forgot about the planting part. This is why I was so excited. Select wheat field from the list. We're gonna plant a wheat field. Y. Select a forest from the list. Aim towards resources and right trigger to send a worker off to gather. All right, that's nice. I can't upgrade it yet. No, I would need more coins. So what else do I do? How do I make more people? Let's see. Expand, rearrange. I could try building something else. I don't have money. I need to play to get more money. A wandering warrior. That's who I guess I have to play as. Okay. Going back in. Get more money to build our base. Come on, get the balls up there. There we go. Okay, I've got to get each ball to hit more than one bad guy. I think that's where I went wrong last time. Now I gotta focus on the front a little bit. Go ahead, get in there. Okay, now get in there. Go, go, go. Okay, I'm leveling up, and we've got a win! That is a Gong Show win for Ball Pit. Oh, we could get lightning. Balls deal 75% more damage after hitting the back of the field. Or egg sack. Explodes into 2 to 3 baby balls on hitting an enemy. Has a 3-second cooldown. No, let's get lightning. Let's get some good stuff up there. Alright. We could do lightning level 2. I like it. Okay. Give me all the goodies and the XP. I'm slowly figuring this out. Okay, we got the fission reactor. The soundtrack is giving Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's true. Okay. Ooh, laser horizontal. Deals 8 to 15 damage to all enemies in the same row. Increase range at which you pick up items. Or the upturn. No, we're gonna do the laser. Nice. There we go. Get it up there. Nice. Okay. Starting. Oh, they're dropping coins and stuff now, too. Oh, fusion. One available. Lightning. We're gonna fuse them. Let's see what happens. What if I make lightning blood? Yeah, lightning and bleed. Cool. Now we're getting somewhere. A stone effigy. Every 7 to 12 rows spawn a stone soldier within 194 health on your side. They're immune to ball damage and move up the field, blocking and attacking enemies on the way. That's pretty neat. Ruby Hilted Dagger. Increase crit chance to 15% when hitting enemies in the back. Let's do that. I want to get some... There we go. Since we just did the enemies in the back thing. Yeah, get him. Get him. All right. Now I'm finally getting the hang of this, I feel like. Applies 1 stack of poison on hit. No, I want that laser to be better. You like the inventory screen graphics? Okay. Baby rattle. Gain more baby balls, but your aim becomes scattered? No. Laser vertical. Let's do a vertical laser, too. We're just lasering all these people. Okay. I keep thinking those lasers are gonna hurt me, but they're not. They're my lasers. They're for me. Oh, I keep missing this dude. Woo! This is a jam. This is a bop for real. Wind passes through enemies and slows them down, but deals less damage. Increase crit chance to 30% when hitting on the left side. Maybe the egg sac. I'm like just learning all these new abilities. Slingshot, 25% chance to launch a baby ball when you pick up a gem. Ooh, that's cool. Balls go through enemies and deal 25% bonus damage until they hit the back of the field. Ooh. Or the effigy again. Let's try the slingshot. Okay. Time to get all the goodies. Level me up some more. Thank you. I got a little health potion right here I can pick up too. Level up again. I can get more laser. Yeah! Okay, great. Ooh, some wheat. Thank you very much. For the wheat. I'm gonna try to get some balls right up in there. I think that's going to be really helpful. Oh no. Evolution! Okay, what are we evolving? Yeah. Oh, my horizontal and vertical lasers can evolve into Holy Laser! I'm like not even looking where the balls are going at this point. I probably should be. Always like if you can get it up the side, you know? Come on. Oh no. Oh no, this is where my run's gonna end, y'all. Spiky ball. Oh, that's bleed. We had that before. I'm gonna get some armor. Get in there! No, I'm gonna die. I mean, I don't know that this is gonna save me at all. Just get the coins! I need the coins! Okay, get it in. Yes, 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 right in there! That's it, that's the move, that's the move. More coins! Yes, yes. Getting the ball in the pockets is what's up. I can't believe I'm still alive. This is out of control. Okay, woo! Quite the light show. Are you talking about Angelica Trey, Matt Mania? Is that her streamer name? Yeah, Angelica Trey. Yeah, I actually know her. I originally knew her from her Instagram content. And I had seen her at a bunch of events and stuff before. But yeah, she's super cool. Oh no. I need help. Who's got some health for me, please? Okay. Ooh, that would be some help right there. Oh. What's that do? Holy laser and egg sack. Too bad I'm like just about to die though. Oh, a new burn ball. Turret. Alright. I'll take a turret that floats around my character. Sheriff's Office unlocks a new character. Laser vertical I could get again. I'm gonna do the upgrade now. Yeah. Come on. Yes! Okay, I got a little bit of healing. Still staying in it. Folks, I can't believe it. I know, we're definitely past our 5 to 10 minutes, for sure. But I'm still alive. If I'm still alive, I'm not giving up. Earthquake. Alright. Gonna try to see if I can get... Yes, that's what I want. I want that to go in that way. Sweet, man. My little town is gonna be so awesome after this run. It's never gonna happen again. Oh no, I just spent a lot of time trying to get the inn there. There we go. Okay, can I get in this way? Oh no, I'm gonna die. I ignored the front for too long. Unless my lasers just did that for me. You move slower backwards than you do forwards, which I guess makes sense. Okay. Man, how long are these runs? I just keep thinking if I can get the ball to go up the right side, I'm good. Okay, so I think I just did it where a certain ball goes slower, but it does like double damage, which is cool. Okay. Okay, there we go. Can I hit them from the back? I can't. Oh, what is that thing? Like, am I actually hurting it? I don't know if I am. Oh, I have to hit its crown. I have to get behind it. I can't hit the front. Oh, this is very hard now. And it keeps moving it, so I can't just, like, stand in the same spot. Like, I'm so focused on survival right now. Okay, will that do it? Come on. This is wacky. Okay, the Skeleton King isn't even at half-life yet. But I believe. I believe. There we go. Using that arm to my advantage. Oh no. Oh no. It's so much worse. Come on, something hit it. It's hitting me more than I'm hitting it now. Hurts. Oh, this is very bad. Ah! How am I supposed to survive this? Y'all, ball pit is no joke. Find that angle. Find that angle. Woo! Boneyard trophy! I did it! Oh my gosh. A wood master increases the harvest clock by 0.1 seconds each time I'm harvesting wood. Or a stone piercer. Pierces through boulders when harvesting. I'm gonna go wood master. That was awesome! I unlocked a housing blueprint. I love that it's all this stuff together. It's so fun. The sheriff's office. The Itchy Finger is a new character I can play as. And in fact, I remember that character from Devolver Digital. Okay. I am clearly... I hope it saves my game. When can I save? Does it auto-save? No, I don't want to rearrange. Go back. Yeah, I don't see a save. You're obsessed with the demo. You played 5 hours already and it auto-saves. Okay, perfect. Thank you for confirming that for me. Folks, that was Ball X Pit, a Gong Show winner today. All right. So far, we have Fresh Tracks and Ball Pit as our Gong Show winners today. All right, the next game that we're going to check out as part of our Summer Games Fest Gong Show. Okay, downloading now. Yes, please, and thank you. Is the game Off, for those of you who remember Off from the showcase. Off, the RPG. Let me go ahead and get it ready for us. It's downloading at this very moment. Okay. And I'm going to do the switcheroo while we're on the game. Oh, did it go back to Ball Pit? Okay. There we go. And right there. Okay, this is going to look very funny when I first pull it up, but bear with me while we do this. Okay, adjusting my graphics. You know what? After that last win, I think I do need a little bit of a stretch. So, I might do a little BRB soon and just refill my water anyway. But let me put this in here first. Off. There we go. And we have it ready. Perfect. Thank you all for your patience. Number 9, thank you for the stretch reminder. Okay, let's do this one maybe. And then how many more do I have? Oh, there's only 3 left. Okay, it's a good time for a BRB. Everybody, take a bio break. Grab yourself a snack. I did not eat lunch, so I'm probably going to get a snack real quick. Refill your water, and I will see you back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. I am back. Thank you so much for your patience. While I took a quick break, I refilled my water. I said hi to my kiddo who's home from school. And now we are continuing with today's Gong Show. Continuing with the Gong Show, about to check out the game called Off, which, did it just take off? Da, da, da. There we go. About to check out Off, who you can follow at Off, the RPG. It is, all right, let's see. Language English, this is all good. Am I supposed to use the controller maybe? Yes. Start game. Here's what I know about this so far. It's developed by Mortis Ghost, published by Fangamer. It's got a free demo on Steam. It's also supposed to launch on Nintendo Switch on August 15th of this year. Take control of the Batter as he seeks to purify an uncanny and hopeless world, haunted by specters. Guided by a cryptic grinning cat called the Judge. Solve puzzles as you navigate through a strange world. Each zone contains unique and strange characters and enemies to face. It is described as a haunting SNES style RPG. Well, I like that. It is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public. Or maybe not. All right, so we've been warned. Identify yourself. Your name is Trisha, correct? Yes. I'm a girl. All right. Welcome, Trisha. You've been assigned to a being called the Batter. The Batter is on a mission. Be sure that it's accomplished. We will let you both out in Zone 0. Good luck. For more information, find the one called the Judge. To move my buddy, use left. To interact with the environment, use A. Okay. Was that Zone 0, maybe? There can be no living beings in Zone 0. I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the Judge, and I am aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. I am the Batter. I've been entrusted with a sacred mission. Delighted, I'm sure. But I am not addressing the body, only the soul that it harbors. What is your name, controller? Her name is Trisha. She can't talk to us. Ooh, this is creepy. However, she can see and hear everything. Although to me, you are nothing more than an imaginary specter. I must say that I am delighted to make your acquaintance as well, my dear Trisha. I believe we need your help. This is creepy. And I like it. Many people require my services, you know. Everybody loves cats. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in a most insistent manner. They adore that. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see. But what sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. I must purify the world. There is no objective more laudable. Therefore, I agree to serve as your guide through this place, if I may be of any assistance. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to start the voting for this one now that we've started to see a little bit what it's about. Oh, okay. I don't know what the code is. Thanks. It's impossible to get around this obstacle. Thanks to our cat who just went in there and didn't tell us what was up. A luck ticket has been found. Okay. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. Might you in fact be a person of flesh and blood? I think so. So I was mistaken from the first. And you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquizing. I must say, this is really quite strange. You are the first living being I have ever met in this place. I have concluded, therefore, that Zone 0 was empty. It's all too obvious that I was mistaken. Now then, there are other zones. In those territories, you may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Your sacred mission may well lead you to those places. Would you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Combat tutorial? Yes. This is the battle screen. As you can see, you will find yourself placed on the right side of the screen. Meanwhile, your opponent, in this case, your humble servant, will be placed on the left, positioned appropriately for single combat. As battle begins, you will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence, and objects. Naturally, attack allows you to engage your opponent in the classical manner. Now it is time to put theory into practice. Choose attack, select the batter, and then choose attack once more to slay me with your bat. Attack. Well, I'm choosing the judge, not the batter. Excellent, my dear sportive companion. Remember that the impact of your assault is determined by the level of both the batter and his opponent. Your iron volition may result in the occasional critical strike. This will cause the teeth to fly in heaps, I am sure. When you're ready, strike again. It is also possible for you or your adversaries to slyly avoid the offensive moves you exchange. Just as it is your goal to purify these specters, they wish to eliminate you. You may guard against such feeble attempts. Hello, Canary Gaming. Welcome. Choose defend and protect yourself from one of my dastardly blows. Oh no. I can't. No. Defend. I see how the timing works. It's scary. Now once more, if you'd be so kind to prove your mastery of defense. Defend the batter. The batter takes a defensive stance. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous vicissitudes of the playing field. Do not fret. You can recover from these grievous injuries. Competence permits you to use one of your special talents. Objects grants you access to the inventory you are carrying. Now let us attempt to utilize an object. Take this luck ticket and graciously use it on the batter's person. Luck ticket. Batter. The batter used a luck ticket. Impeccable. Your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy, my friend. But there is one thing that we have not yet addressed. I am speaking, of course, of your competences. Speaking generally, there are special moves that trigger surprising effects. For example, a competence might trigger an unusually powerful attack or induce a resurgence of health points. In any case, you must remember that using a competence will incur some degree of competence cost. So I suggest you wield these skills with parsimony. With competence costs exhausted, you will find heavy assaults impossible to carry out. And if by some mischance you cross swords with a more than worthy opponent before recovering it, victory will be uncertain at best. Now then, let us try one. Choose competence, then run with courage, a skill calibrated to brutalize your enemies. Okay, competence, run with courage on the judge. Now you've mastered not only my teachings, but the very art of combat. You must remember that there is a cost to showing your steely resolve in this way. Your sacred mission will depend on your mastery of these abilities. The confrontation ends, theoretically, when the health points of you and your confreres, or those of your opponents, fall to 0. Do take care of your health if you are hoping to pursue a career in purification. Okay, well that was just the combat tutorial. My training has not reached its end. Please do follow me. Okay. Ah, yes. Passing through here will require the careful operation of your cerebral apparatus. You know, the one bathing limply in your languid cranium. I believe that these floating blocks correspond in some way or another to the symbols you see before you on the wall. They do? Okay. One, 2, 3, and 4. It's impossible to get around the obstacle. What? Quite peculiar. So what can I do to change where 1, 2, 3, and 4 are? We've reached our first puzzle, and it's tricky. Maybe I just have to push them in order? Yeah. Okay, that was it. Push them in order. Great, got it. Is there a problem, charming hero? I cannot do everything for you. I am not your father, after all. But if I might offer a suggestion, perhaps you could try to activate some of these floating blocks more than once if it proves necessary. Come now, solve this intriguing puzzle for me post-haste. I wish to rejoin the ground floor as soon as possible. Okay. 1, 2, and 6 are here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would this be 6? 1, 2, 6. 8. 2, 3. Okay. Got it. Ahaha, finally, after all our exertions. Oh! That is a Gong Show win for the game off. You can play the prologue right now for free on Steam. In fact, that's what I'm playing right now. Or should I say right meow? Because we've got a cat in here with us. The eagerly awaited recompense arrives at the scene. Oh, he just wanted his kitty food. Crunch, nom, nom, crunch. Okay, now we have to figure out how to get out here. Wait. I should have written down the numbers that were in the elevator. What were the numbers in the elevator? Oh, no. Can I go back to it? I bet I can. Four 448-287-C. 448-287-C. Oh, can we go in here now? Oh. Oh, we can just get out. But still. Okay, I didn't need to go all the way around, but still. 4, 4, 8, 2, 8, 7. C is call, maybe? Yeah! Woo! I love me a good puzzle. Now feast your eyes upon an accessory that will prove especially useful on your purifying quest, my enlightened student and supportive friend. It is a cube floating in the air, as you have no doubt noticed. Nevertheless, you will be able to distinguish it from its fellows by the tasteless contrast forced upon your gaze by its clashing colors, which defy any sensible theory of the visual arts. Do not judge it too quickly, however, for in spite of its questionable appearance, this red cube possesses an undeniable utility. In addition to restoring your health and competence points in their entirety, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you to the nothingness. The nothingness is a place of transition outside space itself, where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. Now I invite you to try it for yourself, in order to discover the regions more populous than this deserted place. Open your wings, my dear companion, and fly toward the zones ahead without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grip you. Okay. Do not worry. I, too, travel widely across the zones of this world. I am certain we will meet again. Ah, yes. By the by, take this. This curiously named item is the key that will grant you entry to Zone 1. Have I explained that you can at any moment examine yourself in your inventory by pressing the menu button? The Leo card has been found. Okay, so we are the batter. Competences, items. What's the Leo card do? Allows access to Zone 1. I can equip things, maybe. I've got my options here, and then I can quit. Okay, well, let's see what's in this box. Health points and competence points are completely restored. Save game. Fine. Okay. I saved the game. Now what? Go on, I invite you to try activating the floating cube. Return to the nothingness. Yes. Uh-oh. Now what? World map? Oh, I saw something. That's zone 2. Zone 0. Zone 1. Enter zone 1? Yes. Save game? Yes. Tramway 1 is a very convenient way to travel between all the different regions of Zone 1. Please select your destination. Damien is my destination? I don't know. This is so bizarre, but I like it. Okay. Well, this was our extra 5-minute playthrough, so I don't really know what Damien is. But we just saved, so it's okay. So if you want to come in here and try this, check this one out for yourself. And there you have it. That was off. Okay, I'm just realizing one of the other games I wanted to showcase today was on the Gong show already. It was Mina the Hollower, which we saw a little bit of at the Summer Game Fest showcase this year. But we showed it on September 5th, 2023, and it was actually the ultimate Gong show winner that day, which is pretty neat. And then I've got one more to show before we vote for the day. Just one more. I know it's been a long stream today, so thank you all so much for hanging out. I'm installing the demo right now. And this is the demo that I actually got to play at Summer Game Fest Playdays. And, like, it's really hard. So I'm anticipating that I will die a lot. So thank you for bearing with me as I will probably get my booty kicked, friends. I will probably get my booty kicked. Okay. So this next game is called Morsels, if anyone remembers that. Morsels I got to play over at Annapurna's section. It's developed by Furcula, but published by Annapurna. So I'm going to get the devs handle here so we can follow them if need be. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's another controller game. Good thing I have the controller handy. Let me get this ready for us. Don't get eaten, y'all. Don't get eaten, y'all. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Johnson, it's totally okay to lurk. Brandon, welcome to the stream. Okay. So here's what I know about it so far after the bit that I played. It's a fast-paced creature-collecting roguelite with a rotating roster of characters to switch between at will. You overcome a clique of killer cats as you fight your way out of the sewers in this unique, action-packed journey. I will tell you, it is very tough. I died so many times during my 30-minute demo that I was like, I'm not even going to be able to see any of this. It's very tough, but I think it's very tough because you need to figure out what things are nice and what things are not so nice. And I think it just takes, it's a little hard to figure stuff like that out in a demo situation. So let's check it out first. Here we go. Was I able to change my category? Not yet. Okay, and here we go. Roest, why? Nobody knew why they fell to Earth that day. Mystical cards sent from another galaxy. Those who could wield them gained the power to transform into frightful monsters. The strongest seized control of the cards and used them to rule. They became the card barons. Whispers carry tale of a divine card, mighty above all others. But it was torn apart, the pieces scattered and lost. For those under the Baron's wicked claws, all that are left now are the merest of morsels. Oh, yeah, I get it, Roast. I know. It's particularly tough. Okay, so here we go. Cheese! I want that cheese. Look at my little hop. Isn't it cute? Look at this is my mommy thing. Little fat globule thing. Mouse, take card. Much depends on you. We can hug again. That's like our matriarch figure down here in the sewers. I'm gonna go to the house. Opening the guidebook. Book belongs to Mouse. Alright, I haven't gotten any friends yet. Set difficulty. Not hard cheese. Can I change? I want soft cheese, please. I played hard cheese in my demo, and it was so hard. This is weird. It is a little weird. Yeah, you're not wrong. So this is the only card aspect of the game, is when you pick up a card, these magical cards fell from the sky. When you pick one up, you get a new friend. So I can either get Gomzel with some bonus cheese, or Widzel with a bonus daisy. Your choice, chat. Gomzel or Widzel? Who should we get? The CRT filter is fun. Gomzel sounds like Gong. Okay. Gomzel it is. Ah! Oh, I forgot. The buttons on this are a little strange. Oh, see, like, okay, that's a friend I was supposed to get. I didn't realize. And cheese. The buttons on this are a little strange. So the way that you control it is your buttons on your controller are your attack in different directions. So if you want to aim up, use this button. Aim right, use this button. Aim down, use this button, etc. Like, what is that thing? He's just playing music. We just got a little musical friend right there. I have a real gong, Roast. Okay. So now that I'm actually, like, in the world, here's where before I was getting confused. And I was like, do I shoot these things? Are they friends? Like, which critters are friends? This thing kind of looks like a nose. Which critters are friends and which critters are not friends? Like, we got these bugs here. I don't love that. Okay, that guy's finally down. And it looks like this is a bug larva nest, which, if we want the bugs to go away, we gotta get that. What is this? I don't know. You get out of here. Oh no. But I'm gonna take that bone. Now how do I get in there? These look like spikes. Right bumper. No, sorry. Sorry, I died trying to get you. Do those go away after a while? I guess not. Sorry, friend. I don't even know if that was a friend. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it was a little terrifying to play with the devs sitting right next to me. Because, like, obviously, they know what everything is. And what is, like, a power-up and what's a... Ow! I tried to go for the cheese. It did not work out for me. Is this a power-up? What is it? I don't know. Can I throw the blowfish? Yeah! Okay, I'm gonna pause it and start the voting now that you've seen some of the game. The music is dope, Clutch 9000. I agree. So what is that? So when in doubt, destroy it. Because even if it's like a power-up, I think you have to destroy it to get the thing. Like, what are these mouths just like spewing stuff at me? I don't like that. Okay, so that gets me up to the next level. Looks like here I could grab Kamzel's token. Kamzel attacks at a faster rate. Oh, that's nice. And there's a ticket. Now, I don't know what we do with the ticket. I don't know where it goes. I didn't figure that out yet. You can't refuse an offer of our refuse. Do I give you the ticket? Meat? One mouse is trash, a smattering of crumbs, or another mouse is treasure, random bric-a-brac. I can't get the random bric-a-brac because I don't have whatever I need for it. Okay, how do I switch characters, though? I don't know. I guess I just have to go up. Can I talk to these guys? I guess I can't. Okay. Hi and bye, classy. Lurk while you get ready for bed. I totally get it. I'm super tired as well. After Summer Game Fest play days for the last however many days straight. Okay, now I see what those, like, nose butt looking things. Ooh, that was a little splody and fun. Ooh, pizza. Give me that pizza. What's this? Tickets, please. Wait, where'd my ticket go? No, I had it. Was it because I left frame without it? Oh, that's the saddest. I was so close. Ah, and then I exploded myself. Game over. The only reason I even got as far as I did is because I had already played this for a half hour. And I put it on the easier difficulty, which helps. All right, I am going to do a quick restart here.
A new subscriber.
Hey, Clutch 9000, thank you so much for using your Prime sub here. I appreciate it. Okay. Ah, right away I'm taking damage. Now we're a different flower that has like a different attack. No, thank you, evil mafia mouse. Okay, more daisy chains. So I guess I'm Daisy. Oh, and I've got a blowfish. Okay, I remember from before, this is like a bomb. Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna explode. See, this is the kind of stuff that, like, in the demo, I was like, oh, clearly I took that dude out. Nope. Nope, that dude was waiting to take me out. I just didn't know. Oh, no. Oh, no. Like, I'm like, what are good things to shoot and what are bad things to shoot? I'm not real sure. And I'm sure the more you play it, the more you learn, like, which things are, like, how often certain enemies hit, how many hits they need to take down. I do want that big cheese. What is that thing? Oh, no! I spiked myself. No! This is about how quick I was dying in my demo, by the way. And again, very embarrassing when you're playing in front of the dev. A rocking chair with a blanket does sound nice, classy librarian. Okay, but I have to... Okay, so I'm back to this friend. See, like, these are not things to shoot. These are things to pick up, apparently. I have a power-up. Use my power-up. I don't know what that does. Kitty drum? What's a kitty drum? Whoa. It's like we're kind of on a trip right now, huh? Ah, that thing's so fast. Get out of here, you fast thing. Then we got another, like, mouse in a suit. Ugh, stupid mouth breathing. Ah! Is that money? No, I don't want that money. That money hurts me and everybody else. Oh no, and it's coming out of that? Ah! No! No! I didn't think it could go through that. I've got a bird and I don't know what to do with it. I don't think I can take down that turret though. It'd be real nice if I could. I'm just running. Is this guy the guardian of the ladder? He is, but I just died. Y'all, this is on the easy difficulty too. Quick restart again. I'm gonna get some tea in a blanket tonight, classy. I feel like I've really earned it. Yep, and I already took a point of damage. Get that guy out of my face. I've got some kind of berserker mode. Oh no. Okay, I'd like to get out of here, please. Uh-oh. Yeah! Suit mouse got out. Okay, what is this turkey? I guess I shoot it. Bone? I've got a bone. I don't know what it does. Let's try it. I throw it. Oh, it's like a little boomerang, I guess. Whoa. Okay. Do I pick that up? I guess, do I shoot it? I don't know what I do with that. Left bumper is berserk. Oh, can of beans. Okay, so I have like different things, I guess. I probably shouldn't have let that in here. That seems kind of gnarly. Oh, that's just the ticket. And there's a nose butt. Okay. I see. Here's how we get to the next level. Whee! Oh, no. No! Mafia mice. Give me that. Okay, we're going up. I'm giving up on the ticket. I'm just giving up on it. I'm sorry, what? Ah, my good chum. Haven't got a spare crumb, have you? Give them all of my cheese? That's 16 cheese. Okay. What a fortuitous encounter. They just took all my cheese? That seems real rude. That seems really rude, just saying. A cosmic unease echoes in the air. Wait, what did I run into that hurt me? I don't even know. Can I not run into those pink stars? I guess I can't run into those pink stars. Again, this was my whole demo of, what? I'm sorry, what killed me? I thought that was environment. No, that was a bad guy? Or like, why can't I shoot this bad guy? Oh, that's a good guy? Y'all, I don't know. All right, 30 more seconds to get your votes in on Morsels. Look, I popped out and that thing got me right away. Is that a bad guy or a good guy? I think it's a thing I can pick up. Okay, I have a tainted power-up. I'm a little scared of that. Feeling a little peaky? Morsels can become inflicted with a variety of ailments that affect their ability to perform. Morsels don't like this. Fortunately, cures are available if you know where to look. Oh no! What do I do with this friend? I see that's a victory for Morsels. Oh, I think I have to carry the friend? For how long? It's like a little, like, troll. Where do I take him? I don't know. I'm putting him down for right now. Oh, no. How can I switch friends? I want to switch back to Gonzel. Oh. Oh, I see. That pushes you over the edge? What's this? Oh. Oh! Choose which slot to keep an egg in. I guess why. I don't know what we do with the eggs. I don't even know why I would want an egg. But it's a thing I can get, so I guess I'm gonna get it. If I don't die first to this, random liftable. What? Yeah, I don't know what killed me there either. But... So this is one of those games that you would need to play over and over and over and over again in an effort to learn all of the things. And then you would know which of these things were power-ups, which of these things were not. But what I will say is based on my time with it in the demo, there's a lot of, like, secrets and stuff to explore that are just look like fun little environmental stuff, but if you do things a certain way, you'll unlock a special thing or a little scene, or it's really very clever, and there's a lot more packed into Morsels than initially meets the eye. So really, really cool game, and I would encourage you to check it out if you want. Like I said, there's a free demo right now if you want to check that out. There are multiple hidden bonus levels, each with their own unique art style and like surprising little game twists as well. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and make our poll. Our Gong Show poll for the day. I know we didn't have as many games today, but that's good because I am exhausted. I've been going since 4 o'clock this morning. Which game is our ultimate Gong winner today? Will it be... Here are the games we've played today. Will it be Fresh Tracks, which was the rhythm-based skiing game? Really fun, kind of vibing out. Actually, very difficult. It was part of the PC Game Showcase. Will it be Ball Pit, which was part of the Devolver Showcase? In fact, it was the entire Devolver Showcase, which is a base building / brick breaking game called Ball Pit. Will it be Off, which the prologue is currently available as a free demo if anyone wants to check it out? Or will it be Morsels? Those were our Gong Show winners from our special Summer Game Fest version of the Gong Show. All right, I'm putting the chat or the poll at the top of chat right now. My, oh my, I can't even talk today. This is how you know that the stream is ending. Because I'm going to get some sleep tonight, my friends. So much sleep. Huge shout out and thank you again to Andrea Rene for joining the stream a little earlier today. Took time out of her very busy schedule to come on by and say hi to the Dragon Riders and talk Summer Game Fest stuff. So fun. But yeah, I mean, I feel very lucky that I got a chance to go and play all those game demos. And hopefully I will be able to bring as many of those games to you guys as possible so that you get a chance to see them all as well. Johnson says, I came here at the end of the stream. It is the end of the stream. You're here at the end. I do need a 10-hour nap. It's true. Opinionat says, this is going to be a tough decision for me. There's usually one that I like more than all the others. Yeah, we had some really great games today. I figured that was going to happen since it's the Summer Game Fest version of the showcase today. And let me see here. Boop. Get these back out for us so we can see what our winner is. Get your votes on, everybody. You are the judges of the Gong show. It is your show. So you determine what moves on to the next Gong Stravaganza semifinals. Not me. I play it, you hear my opinions, and then it's in your hands. You're welcome, Geeky Heart. Thank you for being here and enjoying the demos. I am always just trying to bring the fun and games to y'all. Although it seems like everybody's a little tired right now, honestly. Woo! You can't wait for the new ROG Xbox Ally video about the software. Yeah, I'm trying to see if Xbox has any press B-roll we're allowed to use, because otherwise I'll just be showing you like my hand sketches of what it looks like. Because they showed it to us and we can talk about it, but I wasn't able to film any of that. Probably because it's going to change a lot, right? But it would still be nice to have some kind of visual to show you instead of just me talking at camera for the whole time. It's been so busy, Geeky Heart. From Computex into the Switch launch, into Summer Game Fest, and now I'm literally trying to do the entire rest of June's work in like the next 3 days so that my family can go on vacation and I can actually relax. Otherwise, I'll be working on vacation. So keep all your fingers and toes crossed for me that I'll be able to get all that work done in the next couple days. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right. We have a winner. 57% of you voted for Ball X Pit. So Ball X Pit will live on to Gong another day in a future Gong Stravaganza. All right. Thank you all so much for watching today's stream. I am going to dinner and nap hard. I'm going to dinner and nap hard so that I can wake up rested and ready to tackle tomorrow and get done as much work as I can tomorrow. The things that I will be live streaming tomorrow, I'm sorry, I know I didn't put up a weekly schedule this week because I was at Summer Game Fest all day yesterday, and I've been nonstop busy today, but I will try to put up a schedule graphic. Tomorrow I will be live at 10 a.m. on Amazon for a full hour talking about gaming goodies and accessories and trying on like a zillion pairs of Gunner glasses. So if you're here for a glasses try-on stream, that's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. over on Amazon. And then at 1 p.m. here on Twitch, I'll be back for a Wacky Wednesday stream. And yeah, in between now and then, if you follow me on Instagram, I did put up some photos of the fun I had this past weekend between the Xbox Showcase and Summer Game Fest. So if you want to check that out, that is available. And thank you all for being here. Team Nap. Everyone go nap. Stay safe, stay healthy, be kind to one another. Take care of yourself. And yeah, Starcat says I'm going to have so much glasses envy. Come by tomorrow. Help me decide which glasses you think look great on my face and which do not. And maybe you'll even find a pair of glasses that you want to get for yourself. All right, Team Nap. High five, everybody. Boop. High five, Team Nap. Let's do this. Goodbye, my friends.